former reality star on the Maddie J season of The Bachelor. She's battled addiction, coached thousands, and called out toxic love like a boss. Belinda Love isn't here for fluff. She's here for truth, transformation, and teaching you how to stop settling for crumbs. Raw, real, and radically honest, Belinda's all about turning pain into power and finding love that lasts, starting with yourself. Belinda Love, welcome to the podcast.
You just made me teary and all goosey. That was such an incredible introduction. Thank you so much.
You're making me goosey saying that. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. You know how you know who you are, but you don't really know what others think of you. And when it's reflected back at you, it just makes you feel so much more grateful or honoured or beautiful, whatever the word is. Yeah.
That's because some of us are just, is that the word, innately self-doubters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. A lot of the time.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome, some of them call it.
That's true.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about who little Belinda was. Where did you grow up? What was your life like?
Little Belinda. Boo Boo was her nickname.
I was Bindi.
Were you?
Well, actually Bindi I, but only to my pa. Bill Binder also, but then just Belinda.
Yeah. That's really cute.
You were Boo Boo.
Yeah, I was Boo Boo. And then I was Bindi when I was on the radio, doing community radio, nights with Bindi. But I grew up in Oxley. My parents divorced when I was about 6 years old. I have an older sister. She's 5 years older than myself, who has a different father. I went to Oxley Primary. I also went to Bridgetine College.
You were a Brisbane girl. You lived with your mum or your dad?
I live with my mum.
Yep.
Yes, but I feel like I was quite an independent child because my sister was 5 years older than me, and so she had a lot of her own friends doing her own things, and my mum, to keep us afloat, worked, I think, a few jobs. So she was working and I would be at home. And
so were you a latchkey kid?
What? I don't know that
So
term.
I was a latchkey kid.
Yeah.
So you let yourself in the afternoon, you let yourself out in the morning, and you have the key and you're home alone all the time.
Well, every afternoon.
Yeah.
But every morning I would wake up and Mum would make breakfast. And I do remember Nicole liked pancakes and I liked bacon and eggs. So she would have to make on the weekends different meals for us. And she did go above and beyond.
How good's your mum?
Yeah, she is good.
I only do that when my kids have sleepovers over.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just fend for yourself.
Yeah.
There's breakfast, there's toast, there's eggs, anything you like.
Yeah. It's so funny because, you know, rackets. We're going to go deep here. Do you know about imprint phases?
Educate me.
Okay, so imprint phases are things that happen to us at certain ages. So around 0 to 1 year old, 5 to 6 years old, 12 to 13, 18 to 21. Something happens in our life that creates two things, which is our imprint. We decide the weakness or the disappointment and the strength and or the positive. So a racket and strong suit. So the racket from my childhood, when my parents got divorced, was I was unlovable and men were unreliable.
So this is your self-talk. This is what you thought of yourself, and that's called a racket.
Yes.
Okay.
And the strong suit, you can't trust men, basically. Then I decided that I needed to understand relationships and why they break down so that it never happened to me again. And I eventually became a love coach, but the racket also explains a lot of my history and my past life, and also led me to becoming a love coach, essentially. So I brought that up because I was talking about the beautiful memories, and I've only just now really reflected on the beautiful memories from my family. I don't have a lot of memories. I blocked a lot of my childhood out because I was bullied in school, beaten up, called Fatty Bombaddy, ridden over with push bikes.
At Bridjo?
Oxley Primary. And in Bridgetine, I actually became friends with one girl who, her sister was the coolest girl in the school, and I was taking her sister away from her apparently, so they beat me up.
Physically?
Physically, yeah, in the locker room. I'll never forget that. And so I try to avoid her at all costs after that. But, I remember a lot of the rackets. And that's what we do in life. We tend to cling on to the rackets because it keeps us in survival mode.
Yeah.
And we forget the beautiful things. And I love my mum. My mum and I have an incredible relationship now. It took so many years to get to that point. A lot of her own healing and a lot of my own healing. But there was quite a lot of toxicity for me as a child. So I'd go to school, get beaten up. I'd come home, I'd be on my own. And then didn't have a dad around, so I'd see him every, twice a month I would see him. But then he would be with his partner's kids. So she had 4 kids, and so he'd be off doing stuff and I'd have to play with their kids. And I'm not trying to pick on the woe is me story. This is my queen story. These things actually gave me resilience and strength.
It made you who you are today.
So much gratitude.
Yeah.
But
also sadness.
Yeah. Poor boo-boo.
Definitely poor boo-boo.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of inner child.
Yeah.
I often talk to boo-boo when things come up and
Do
say,
you?
yeah, what's happening? And it's mostly about feeling unseen.
Yeah.
She always says, I don't feel seen. I don't feel like a priority.
We are very similar, Belinda Love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. I think I would have had the same self-talk for sure.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I wanted to ask you more about you, but
I grew up, my father died when I was 7, so he didn't leave the family. He left the earth. And it was a real struggle from that moment on. And I feel like I think it's safe to say all happiness left my life that day, you know? Yeah. And the family we weren't a loving family, the 4 of us. And I find it sad that I can't remember the good times. It's like my mind just remembers the bad times.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they were good, I have no doubt, but it's difficult for me to recall those.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of negative self-talk as well. Unseen, unheard, annoying. I'm
sorry that you live with that.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of self-work around it, but there's still, I feel like I've mastered 90% of that side of me. And then 10% of the time I get triggered to try and release that. So
what did you do after school?
Just trying to think. When I left school, let's rewind a bit. Yeah. I went for a job interview. Do you remember the flip phones?
Yes.
3 mobile?
Yes. Yes.
I went for a job interview and I thought it was working in the shop, like in a retail centre. And I got the job, did all the training, and then on the final day they said, okay, we're going out on the road now. And I was like, we're going on the road? What do you mean? They said, we're door knocking. I was like, no one told me that we were door knocking. And so I went door knocking and I was the top salesperson.
I bet you killed it. I bet you killed it, Belinda Love.
Yeah, thank you. But
we are twins.
Did you do that as well? Far out.
But it wasn't as cool as mobile phones.
What were you doing?
Clothing.
What, clothing?
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
No.
Oh.
Not cool. So this would have been so I was 18. And I just finished school, working at McDonald's, and they wanted me to go full-time and do some fast track to become a manager. And I'm like, I do not want to manage a McDonald's. Thank you very much. Or go full-time at McDonald's.
Yes.
So I looked in the paper and I found this job for this company called Cooler Clothing.
Yes.
And they made T-shirts with coffee cups on them, leggings, bodysuits, long tops, woolen jumpers, surfy kind of clothes, and it was cold calling to sell that clothing.
Oh.
So at least you had a mobile phone. You had a cool flip phone. So you would have killed it.
Yeah.
I killed it. But
I'm not surprised.
But to like warehouse guys, I'd have to get past the front girls at the counter to the warehouse because these were not homes. These were industrial business areas, right, that I'd have to walk in as this little 18-year-old with my bag of tricks and sell clothing.
Wow.
I don't want to do it or buy it, but the guys out the back, I would convince them that they should buy it for their girlfriends.
Ah.
I met a lot of people in a lot of industrial areas.
Yes. Yeah. Me too.
But I did learn that most of Brisbane do smoke marijuana. How many times I was offered in those
That's
warehouses
so
or in
my
those
gosh.
mechanics or whatever. Come and sit down. Did you want one of these kind of thing? Anyway, I would go on, because it was a tough sell, I would go on the double stitched, about the buttons and about the way that the cotton was made, and I would really double down on selling these products. And I remember I did it one day to this guy, and he would have been the boss of this business, and I don't know what they sold or what they did, but he was sitting at a big wooden desk and he listened to my whole sales spiel.
Did he?
And then he said to me, "Sit down." And I sat down. He goes, "Why are you in this job?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "You have so much to give. You are so much better than what you're doing. I just listened to your whole sales bill. I'm not going to buy your clothes, but you need to be doing more than this." And I was like, yeah.
That's incredible. Like,
it was a tough job, but it
and
certainly got me able to communicate with anybody. I can find something to relate with anybody. Doesn't matter their social status. I can communicate on whatever level they're on, and I think I learnt that.
And that's a great skill. I learned that too. How to improvise, how to
Social up, social down.
Yeah.
I can do both.
Yes.
So that's what you did then. No university for Belinda?
I did a diploma of community service.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do psychology, but I was 18 and I did really well in the counselling section of the diploma, because you study all different areas of community service. But I decided, I'm 18, I don't know how to even solve my own problems yet. So
18's young to be a counsellor, that is for sure, unless you were going to be counselling kids on, street kids and things like that.
Yeah.
So then what was your path to a love coach then?
Wow. So my lived experience of toxicity in my relationships. So I mentioned my rackets early on. My belief about men were I'm not lovable and men are unreliable. And so that...
Did you ever think of dating girls instead?
Yes.
That's what you should have done.
Well, I am bi.
There you go.
But
Sorry, boyfriend.
Yeah. No, I want the traditional relationship just because it feels better to me, not judging anyone else's choices. But that belief played out in my life. So that my whole love frequency is what I do. I help people shift their frequency or their vibration so they stop attracting the old frequency that has been imprinted into them from their childhood. So I attracted toxic men. So the first one disappeared after 2 years, which really cemented in, men.
How old were you when you dated him?
14 to 16.
Okay.
He was my first.
And he was nice to you?
Up until that point, he was incredible. Like he treated me like I wanted to be treated.
Yeah.
And then gone.
Which in hindsight is okay because you're 14, 15, 16.
Yeah. Well, he
but
was
at the
18.
time,
yeah.
But at the time, you fell apart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like my dad, the whole, I didn't know at the time, but it was a whole abandonment from man again.
Yeah.
And it really cemented in.
Yeah.
And so then the next relationship, I walked in on him cheating on me with my best friend.
What?
Yeah, yeah. It was so interesting. It was his birthday and I threw a surprise party and I had my friends
How old are you?
I was from 18 to 21 that we were together.
So you're throwing this guy a birthday party.
Yes.
Continue.
And we're having a great time. And it was probably 4 a.m. I'd gone into the bed to lie down and I literally sat up. 4 a.m., I don't know what it was, sat up and I got up and I went straight out to the lounge room and there they were together. And it was...
Did you confront them at the time?
I said, "What are you doing?"
What were they doing? They were doing the wild thing.
They were doing they
were getting toward the wild thing.
Toward.
Far out.
And they said, "Nothing. What are you talking about?" I thought I dreamt it up.
Oh, God.
Still with this guy for 6 months. And then I catch up with my best friend.
In that 6 months, you still had a best friend?
Yeah. And she said, "I can't believe you're still my friend." And I said, "What do you mean?"
6 months later?
She goes, "Because of what happened."
Awkward
and I said,
6 months.
"I didn't even remember." I said, "Did that really happen?" And she said, yeah. I thought that was a dream. I thought nothing of it.
We need to dump this guy.
He's actually really, it's all like connecting the dots. And so toxically, I threw his bag out of the veranda, obviously.
Yeah.
But then,
I don't think that's toxically. I think he needed that 6 months earlier.
Yeah, true.
And he should have come to the table at that point. So should your best friend at that point.
Yeah.
Dragging it on is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you went through that, Belinda.
Thank you. I'm not, because it's actually given me insight into what people experience, so that I can be to relate to them and have empathy and be able to coach them around.
I think it's okay. Back to what I said before. I think it's okay to break up with people because we don't have to stay with someone because we're with somebody, but breaking up with them gently is important, and breaking up with them with respect and making them still feel like it's not them, it is you, that old saying, is important.
I agree. I think that the excuse of like cheating, and I'll drop a bomb, the first bombshell, I've been cheated on, I've cheated, and I've been the mistress.
Yeah.
So I'm not proud of all of that.
Yeah.
For the last two.
Yeah.
The middle, being the cheating one where I cheated, that was the next relationship that I had. So it was probably from 27.
Yeah.
Or 28. He was domestically violent.
The guy that you cheated on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a comedian and he would come home from work and lay into me. I remember one night where...
Were you living with him?
Yeah.
So you felt stuck?
Yeah. But don't say that.
No, I mean you felt financially stuck. Your physical items are in that home and it's difficult to get out.
Emotionally.
It was emotionally stuck.
I thought no one else would love me.
Okay.
I thought that he would tell me that too. You're fat, you're ugly, no one will ever want you. So that's what narcissists do. They prey on your weaknesses and they manipulate you to make you stay. Mm-hmm. And I stayed for so long. And the final straw, the turning point was he had punched me so hard, I flew across the room and it shocked me. I vomited. And I got up and So
it was a visceral reaction from your body?
Yeah, saying... And then I got up, he pushed me down the stairs and he locked me in the garage. And I couldn't...
God, I wish we could name this guy. Don't do it.
I'm laughing because of... not because it's funny, it's because it's a bit scary, actually. Yeah, that's my coping. I will say...
I'm not laughing.
No, I know you're not. I know, and it's not okay. And it's definitely not. I think I've healed from it.
And then how did you get out of the garage?
Well, for some reason, his mobile phone was in there. And I said, if you don't let me out, I'm calling the police on your phone. You should have just called the police. And he came and grabbed the phone off of me and I ran out. And I went and got my phone and I called the police. I ran into the bedroom, sat against the wall. And he's trying to get in against the door and he's trying to get in. And the police came hours later and it also had tipped a whole thing of soup all over me. I'd cooked him dinner and he tipped this whole soup over me. So I couldn't get into the bathroom to even clean myself up. And he's trying to get in. The police come and I'm still at the door, like sitting there with soup everywhere. They turn up and I had a black eye. They thought my hand was broken. And I had this ring on. I still have this ring. And he had pushed me so hard against the wall that my ring scratched him. And they said to me, the police, they separated us and the police said, well, and he had socks on the tiles and he'd pushed me against the wall so hard and was leaning on me and he had socks on and his feet slipped from under him because I'm like, and he smashed his bum into the corner of the stone bench top and he had a bruise on his bum.
So he's now claimed she physically assaulted me.
Yeah. And so they said, your stories don't match and we can take you both to jail for this. And that was my first instance of, Belinda, no one is ever going to save you.
Did you stay with him?
Not after that. That was my click moment. Yeah. No one is coming to save you.
Did you move home to mum?
No, I said to him, you've got to move out.
Okay, good.
He kept refusing for a little while until one day I went to work and I rang his sister and I said, you need to get him. It's toxic.
We're over.
So they did. They came and got him, but then I couldn't get the keys changed, the locks keys. I had to get them changed. eventually, but he just kept coming back and leaving flowers and notes and trying to repair the relationship. But I was so proud of myself because I doubled down and I said, you're never, ever going back to that, ever. And that at 30, I'm now 43, was my turning point of my imprint phases of my life. I decided that I'm no longer attracting this frequency vibration, this pattern of love, because it's not aligned with what I deserve. It's aligned with what I believed I did from the first imprint when I was a child.
Yeah.
And this is what people deal with in their lives, and they have no idea that they're dealing with this because it's subconscious. It's in the cells. It's your survival tool.
Yeah.
And so I went through a whole process of transitioning out of that through healing the hurt, which is my first pillar.
Yep.
Self-love, so falling in love with self, so that you can be so authentic, because authenticity is the highest frequency. It's higher than love.
I reckon I got lucky. I liked to date the bad boys.
Yes.
Right? I was always searching for, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I grew up in the north side of Brisbane and that's what the boys were. I don't know. But
maybe do you feel safe with a bad boy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I didn't marry a bad boy. I dated my husband and I was like, this can't be normal because he's normally dresses nicely. He looks after himself. He's not naughty. I couldn't get used to it. So I tried to damage the relationship all the time and tried to break up with him.
Yeah.
And he would never let me, like in a loving way. He'd be like, no.
You're self-sabotaging.
Yeah, I was completely self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
And then we married and he's a beautiful man. So I got really lucky because I could have been on your path because these were the guys that I was dating. They were, I would still say they were great guys, but they were definitely not like my husband.
Yeah. When it comes to healthy dating, if you've got imprint phases, you can self-sabotage good things as well because of that fight or flight mechanism. This feels too good to be true.
So I've got fight or flight.
Yes.
And I struggle with that. So I've been married for 24 years this week.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And how many times have I fought that fight or flight? Not that I wanted to leave, but my whole life I've had that. So technically I've never been broken up with. I've always been the one that breaks up. Yeah. And I've got this hot and cold relationship with people that if I'm done, I'm done. It's like the door just closes.
Yeah, okay.
And it's really hard not to do that in a marriage. So I fight that a lot. And that's nothing to do with my husband. It's all and everything to do with me. So I definitely work on that a lot.
That's fascinating because a lot of people, but you get into a relationship with a person who is a mirror of yourself or a reflection of you. Your inner deepest beliefs about yourself that you might not even realise that you think.
Yeah.
And also the triggers that are going to help you to heal.
Yeah.
And no one's ever done 100% of the inner healing work.
Yeah.
Because you can't even on your own.
Yeah.
Like before I met Drew, I was single for 10 years and I thought I was healed.
Met you in 2016,
Yes.
I met you, Belinda Love, in 2016 at a radio station. I was working for a station. You came in to do a Love Oracle on air. Mm-hmm. Were you single at that point, 2016?
Yes.
So how long since this other relationship was that? Yeah.
So I was 34 on The Bachelor, which was 2017.
And I bet I met you like 6 months before The Bachelor.
Yeah. So it would have been 3 years.
Yeah, there you go. So you were a single girl. And then with your addiction, when did that come about? Was it before me or after me? We'll go before Belle or after Belle.
This is the funny thing. I did not know that I had a sex addiction until after I healed this sex addiction. And so I believe it was about a 15-year period of having a sex addiction.
Right. So
I would have probably had it.
2016.
Because I know that I had it when I was with the DVX.
Yep.
Because I felt so worthless. Sex was the only thing that made me feel worthy.
You were looking for someone for validation,
Yeah,
physical validation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I actually confused sex for love. I thought, well, he wants to have sex with me. He must really like me.
Yeah.
No. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be.
He's attracted to you.
He's attracted to me.
Absolutely.
But I find that men don't even have to be attracted to the woman to have sex with them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Men and women are so different.
Yeah.
Oh my
in their
gosh.
mind, you know?
Oh gosh,
Like,
just don't open your eyes.
yeah.
Okay, so the sex addiction you didn't realize you had until it was over. And how did you come to realize it then?
because I became celibate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At what age?
40. I met Drew when I was 40, and it was 2 years before, well, 18 months before him. And I had done, it was my second round, but I still didn't quite heal it after the first. I went celibate because I was just sick of abusive men. And I thought, I'm not giving my body over to people anymore. And then, like, if you're a smoker or a drinker, you know, sometimes you fall off the horse.
Yeah.
38, maybe, I realised that I'd had a sex addiction.
So on The Bachelor, you were still in full swing of the sex addiction?
Not full swing. I was very on the path of healing at that point. I think you can reach enlightenment, but I think you can also bounce in and out of that until you learn how to pull yourself out.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't have an addiction when I was on The Bachelor,
Yeah.
but I did enjoy sex. And it wasn't until I discovered that, did you know that, we're getting nitty gritty, but
Getting deep.
Yeah, deep.
Let's get deep.
Literally.
Yeah.
You take on a man's DNA every time you are taking on that person's DNA.
Yeah.
The moment I realized that, I realized, holy shit, my body is more sacred than being a man's dumping ground
Yeah.
for his pleasure.
Yeah.
And obviously my pleasure, but I was in it for the wrong reasons. I was in it to be loved. And then they would promise the world and never deliver. And so I was on this constant roller coaster of the high and then the excitement, is he going to call? And then the drop of, oh, he's another one just effing lied to me. You know, I had to actually take back my own power and stop giving it away for something that was never even going to happen from that.
And I've watched the evolution of you over the last 9 years online. I haven't seen you in years and years, and there's so many different scenarios of your life that I've seen, and you've been through a lot, like health issues you've had, and then your new relationship, which I completely stalked your boyfriend
Good.
online.
I do too.
Stalked the ex, stalked everybody.
Have you? Should we talk about that?
No, unless you wanted to.
No.
Go for it.
No.
But yeah, no, I think probably most people that follow you on social media would have stalked him.
Yeah.
Because everybody probably feels a little bit of protection for you.
Yeah.
Because of what you've been through, and you're so vulnerable and you're so honest with that vulnerability. Everybody probably wants to give you a big internet hug.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a bit teary again. And also to know, I guess, that I'm happy and that it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, let's step back a bit to The Bachelor. Are you happy to talk about it?
Anything is open.
So I remember after meeting you, you called me and you said, I've just applied for The Bachelor. I'm driving home from work. And you called me and you said, I've just applied for this. I think I'm going to get on. And so I knew before everybody knew.
Yes.
And then you were on the show. And how was it? How was reality TV in reality?
There is nothing comparable to
Did
reality TV.
it feel really like extra and everything's fancy, and did you live in that house and waited on hand and foot and
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get weighted on hand and foot. You do get a minder. So from the moment I applied, it was a 3-month process. Do you want me to take you back to that?
Yeah. Because then I'm going to tell you my kitchen rules one that I went through, which you don't know about.
No.
Go.
So I applied. The first part was doing the application. Then you do an in-person audition, and there was 2 days of it just in Brisbane, and they do it all over the country. And actually 30 girls in the room, and they asked you all these different questions. And so some of the questions were like, if your best friend was getting married and you saw the husband cheating on her the night before, what would you do? And so they ask you all of these questions to like see how controversial you are.
Yeah, it's kind of personality testing, right?
Yeah. And then you had to dance and stuff, and then you had to pretend to walk up the red carpet to meet the Bachelor. And I took an 8-ball and I said, who do you think is going to win the Bachelor? And I flipped it over and it had my face on the circle. And then I got through. So 2 of us got through to that round. Then you go to the director's audition. There's 5 people, cameras, lights, a whiteboard, and they just pound you with question after question after question. And then they give you a medical form. And that medical form, you have 2 hours, I think, with the doctor, all these bloods, health checks.
I wonder why.
Because they want to know that you're not going to be a liability.
Okay.
Yeah, and so...
Because they're going to pound
even
you with
STD
drinks.
checks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mental health checks, how your lungs, heart, all of this.
Was it real alcohol you girls were drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't want to not be in power of myself or in
Did
control
you drink
of my
water
mind.
or did you pretend to drink alcohol?
They had to give you in a champagne glass.
Yeah, those fancy glasses from David Jones that I wanted.
Yeah. And I finally got in. And then when you get in, you go through, it's 2 weeks notice. So you have to quit your job, pack your suitcase.
And you get paid, what, $500, $600 a week?
$90 a day, I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first 3 days, you're in a room with one of the Bachelor girls and in lockdown.
So hang on, you didn't meet anybody until that first episode?
No, you do.
Just that one person you meet?
No, so everybody's in the same hotel
Yeah.
in lockdown.
Yeah.
And you leave the room, I think, 3 times or 4 times over those 3 days. And one of those times we're meeting everybody. So it's not actually the first. I might get in trouble for sharing that.
That's okay, because basically people already didn't like people. You know what women are like.
Yes. Yeah. They'd already clicked
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not good with clicks.
No, cliques are difficult. And I actually myself don't want to be in a clique.
Yeah.
I don't like cliques.
Social butterfly.
I mean, I hope that other people don't consider my friendship groups cliques. I would hope that, but I don't.
I've never thought like that because you're so open and inclusive. Yeah.
Well, I have a group chat which is organically most of my friends. So none of them really knew each other, but now they all know each other because sometimes I've got too many messages. I'm like, put it in a group chat, other people can respond.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I'm not up.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it a good experience?
It was a combination of the most incredible experience I've ever had in my life and one of the darkest times of my life.
Because of the girls?
Oh, no, because of the elimination process.
When were you eliminated? How many episodes in?
I was in there for a month.
Yep.
So
how many
third
roses?
Of the time. I got 4 roses, I think.
Okay, yeah, great.
3 or 4 roses.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the first out.
No.
I think the 4th is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. You
probably wanted to leave at that point.
I've been on, I wanted a single day.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to have
One-on-one.
that experience of the VIP and going on a cool date that somebody's planned. And but I didn't get that. I got a lot of group dates and did really well in them actually because there was a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But I got eliminated. And when you're eliminated, I think it was 3 or 4 a.m., you get eliminated.
3 or 4 a.m. That rose ceremony
starts about 2 a.m. or 1
Do
a.m.
they sleep deprive you?
I don't know that they intentionally sleep
Because
deprive
that's
you,
ridiculous timing.
but they have to have so many different angles, there's a lot of filming that they do. So it takes a long time, which does sleep deprive you. Because the first ceremony, the rose ceremony on the first night, the red carpet, is filmed over 2 days. And so the first day you're up at 7, you're driven to the RSL where you get ready. I was ready from about 1 p.m, but I didn't actually walk the carpet until 9 p.m.
Oh.
So I'm dressed in my wedding gown.
Yeah, I remember it. It's gorgeous.
I didn't even think of it as a wedding gown until someone said it. I was like, I felt so beautiful.
Totally. And that pink dress that I saw you in when I looked at your social media today, that's so that year.
Yes.
Like you wouldn't even buy that now. You couldn't see it in the shops.
No.
It was an era, wasn't it?
I loved that dress.
Beautiful.
And the black dress. I wore black to my own elimination.
Did you?
Yeah, not knowing.
You're like, cut me, Maddie.
Yeah.
Cut me. I'm done with you.
Yeah. And so the low was, so you get eliminated about 3 or 4 a.m. Then they probe you.
Yeah.
They probe you. They said to me, Belinda, you deserve to be here more than any other girl in this mansion.
Because
they want you to be a nasty biatch.
Oh, they just
And they pull stuff out of you.
They want the tea. Spill the tea, Belle.
Yeah. And I wouldn't give it to them. I just said, look, do I do want to be here still, but if he's not getting the feeling with me, then
You can't force
I
it.
can't change that.
Yeah.
And even the project said to me, "You're a love coach. Shouldn't you have won that? Aren't you? Doesn't that make you a bad love coach?" And I said, "No, I can't force someone to like me.
No, it's chemistry.
Yeah,
It's chemistry.
And
It's
compatibility,
innate.
even more.
You meet
Yeah.
someone, you like them, or you meet someone and you're like, oh, we don't gel.
Yeah.
Can't force it.
But apparently Maddie and Laura, they had met
Previous.
prior to it.
And who did he choose in the end?
Laura.
Oh, he chose her in the end.
She had a different
I
contract.
probably wasn't
apparently.
interested when you were gone.
Yeah. I did have a lot of people say they tuned out.
Yeah, I think that was the only season I ever probably watched.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But I had an experience with my kitchen
Yes, tell me.
rules. So my girlfriend and I got through in the audition process to the film crew coming to my house and filming an episode in my kitchen.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, so one of my girlfriends
Where
and
is this episode?
no, because we didn't get on. Another Brisbane group got on. So in the audition process, we did everything you just said.
Yes.
But we got through to the one where it was us or them, and so they
Yeah.
filmed it in my kitchen, and it was an incredible day of excitement.
It is.
We completely stuffed up the recipes because I'm not a cook. Like I'll cook for my family.
Yes.
And I just kind of make things up. I'm a bit of that kind of chef.
Soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really didn't have a dream of opening a restaurant. That isn't like, you probably should have a dream like that when you're going on My Kitchen
Maybe,
Rules.
yeah. Oh, well, no.
I didn't have that dream. Anyway, so I organised it with my girlfriend that you be the head chef and I'll just be like the whipping girl.
Yeah.
Like you just tell me what to do
Yes.
and I'm going to whisk it or I'm going to stir it
Whip it
or I'm
good,
going to
whip it.
cut it. But in the episode that they filmed, there was high pressure. So
course.
the producer is screaming at you like, you've just lost 30 seconds for not talking, or I've just given you 30 seconds for cutting yourself with a knife kind of thing, right? So they're looking for drama. They're looking for it.
Wow.
So when I was grating lemon, I totally grated my finger like, and yeah, so that's how they create that hostile environment in the kitchen, right? So you gain and you lose seconds for your behaviour. And I tell you what, it was so funny that my girlfriend Kathy was just yelling at me the whole time. And I remember saying, concentrate on what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. And like, it was just a fun experience. We didn't get on, but the handshake that she and I had made up for the show, the other Queensland girls used it. So the producer obviously went, can you guys use this handshake?
Oh, that's a bum.
But in hindsight...
Should have trademarked it.
should have trademarked it. But in hindsight, we didn't want to go on because I myself reached out through Facebook to some other best friends over the years that have been on My Kitchen Rules, and they are no longer best friends. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, this is where we are in the process. What do you think? And two of them from different series said, don't do it. We are no longer friends. If you want to stay friends with that girl that you're going on with, don't do it.
Do it.
So we were, in hindsight, lucky.
Yeah.
But they never gave us the episode. I would have liked to have watched it.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
In one of the episodes of ours, the EP, the executive producer, I was sitting next to Maddie. We're in the king and queen chair at a banquet.
Yeah. I remember it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. And I'm talking away, trying to actually get
You're
one-on-one.
like velvet or something. Green or pink or red.
I think I wore
maroon.
red velvet in the first
yes.
part where I was doing the challenges.
Yeah.
And there's a photo of me going, because I came second, which meant I went through to the next round. And then the next one was gold and beautiful.
Oh, yes, I do remember that one too. Yes.
And so I snuck in, I sat next to him and we're talking. And he goes, oh, you're a real package. Like, I didn't realise that. It was interesting because it's almost like,
A little bit of validation from a male.
well, it was validation, but it was also like
Packaged weird.
I learned something about myself. I didn't want to overstep the women. I thought my value is far higher than having to chase this man. But that's actually a part of
That's
the Bachelor.
what the show is.
I know, but I didn't realise that which is actually a huge step in my self-worth.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting there going, oh, you know, I like him, but not enough to chase him. I don't
Chase
know.
me.
Yeah. I was like, he goes over to some girls. I want him to come to me. But, of course, they dressed me in the dresses that weren't as revealing and sexy and hot. And so he would go to those women.
So orchestrated.
Yeah. And I was like, I actually have a lot more self-worth. Not saying that they didn't have worth, but the way in which some of them were acting was like cutthroat and nasty and catty and high school on steroids.
Oh, that's just what I imagined.
Yeah.
That was one of my questions. I haven't even looked at my questions, Belinda, but that was one of them. What were the girls like? I can just see them being like that and talking about the other girls with their little cliques. And
it was just nasty.
Yeah.
And one girl, she was one of the villains. She latched onto me because I was quite supportive of. She was getting bullied back, and I think she felt nurtured or comforted by my energy, but I tried to separate myself because I didn't want to be sucked into that
drama.
And she would sleep with a knife under her bed, she told me, because she was terrified by the girls. And the girls would actually put sugar in the protein powder, because you could bring your own protein powders and things like that into the mansion.
That is scandalous. So she thought she was afraid for her life.
Yes.
And she was being fattened up.
Yeah. A few of them were being fattened up. I hid my protein in the bedroom so that.
Why did you even have protein?
Because you're doing long hours.
Oh, so you needed the energy.
You needed to have, like, they would supply food.
Yeah.
But it was like fried foods and fatty, like not really healthy, sustainable food.
Yeah.
And so I had my own protein bars and protein powders to give me a really good boost to support me throughout the day.
Incredible. But exactly what I thought with the females.
Yes.
Yeah. No regrets.
No.
You have regrets?
Do you know, the only regret I have about it is that I didn't put myself forward more. That I was too concerned about hurting people.
Yeah.
And cutting their grass.
Yeah. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
I really and truly believe that.
Yeah. And I learned how to produce shows from being on it. And then I created my own show.
Right. Air your dirty laundry. Yeah. Tell me about this. Tell me about this.
Yes. So my soul mission, I believe, on this planet is to transform and perform. And what I mean by that is to offer a platform for people that I get to do what I enjoy. I get to entertain people. I get to have them laugh, but I also get to give them edutainment, educational tools.
And growth.
In an environment where they can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Air Your Dirty Laundry came from, Married at First Sight, how the couch couples, they sit on the couch, talk to the experts, but they don't get much. It's like really dry. I've heard, please don't sue me, MFs, that the experts have an earpiece.
Of course they do.
And the producers feed them what to
say.
say.
Of course they do. I don't think you'd get sued for that. I think everyone would assume that. Maths don't sue.
And it really upset me because I'm like, people want to transform their lives. Not everyone can afford to go to a counsellor or a psychologist or a coach. Yeah. Not everybody actually thrives in that environment. And I want to uplift and educate. So I just put together Air Your Dirty Laundry, where I am the host and also a coach.
Yeah.
We have 2 other experts and a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
Like the Kyle and Jackie O. Like he's Kyle and I'm the Jackie O.
Yeah.
And then we have a guest come on and they talk about vulnerably their dirty laundry or what they're dealing with.
Try and get this on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hit up Netflix.
I'd love to.
Do it.
I don't know how to. You have to have an agent.
Get an agent.
A Netflix agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or look at other shows that's been picked up by them and then contact those shows and say, how did you do it? Have you got a contact?
Yeah, okay. I never thought of that. That's great.
I think it's a great show.
Thank you. Have you watched any?
I've watched a couple of episodes, but I think it'd be excellent.
Thank you.
And then build on it.
So those episodes you watched were all filmed from start to finish. There was no stopping. There was no.
Wow.
It was all non-scripted because that is my passion.
Yeah.
I hate scriptedness.
Yeah. Well, you'll love that I haven't looked at my script for you once.
No, that's okay.
But I want to. I don't want you to leave. And then I'm going, I didn't ask her all those questions.
Absolutely.
And I spent hours putting together.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You've got me until then. But I just am so passionate about that. And Australian Production House picked it up and they were pitching it to the FTAs or the free-to-airs, like Channel 10 and 9. but they're not buying. And even Channel 10 is cutting.
I hate to say it, but I haven't watched free to air. Come on, have you?
So it's a blessing.
Have you? Have you watched any free to? What do you watch?
I want to watch Big Brother when it comes, and I watch I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. That's about it.
Yeah, so my 23-year-old loved I'm a Celebrity.
Yes.
I have not watched free to air. I'll watch ABC Breakfast most days. I'll put it on for 10 minutes and then it gets repetitive because they show the same clips, talk about the same things. But I do not watch free to air. So I'm a Netflix girl or HBO or Stan or whatever I've got on at the time because we switch between all those apps.
Yep.
So if I've exhausted Netflix, we'll delete it for a few months and then go to the next one and then
Netflix
rotate
is
them.
a bit dry at them.
I've got a good one on Netflix at the moment.
Which one?
It's called Dead Wind.
Okay.
And it's a Finnish program because I've been watching a lot of foreign films and shows at the moment. They just seem so much more gritty than English-speaking ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's called Dead Wind.
Is it dubbed?
They're cops. Well, I hate the dubbing.
Okay.
I hate the dubbing. I'd rather read the subtitles and listen to the Finnish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. But any of the, I can send you a whole bunch of foreign shows on Netflix that are fantastic.
Well, a guilty pleasure of mine is ghost hunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paranormal.
Love that.
And true crime.
Oh, same.
Love a good.
Love it. Do you ever watch The Staircase?
No.
Okay, that was on, I can't remember, Netflix or Stan.
She fell down the stairs.
Did she? Did she fall?
Come
on.
Yeah, the way, no, she didn't.
Come on.
He's blamed it on that. Yeah, I have seen that.
Did you think she fell?
Was it?
Okay, listeners, The Staircase was a phenomenal documentary that the guy hired the crew himself. Don't you remember this? He hired the crew the minute she was dead. Oh. And he camcorded her dead. Anyway.
I was confusing it for another one. There was another one where it was a husband and wife, older couple, and she's fallen down the stairs and they think he's pushed her down the stairs because the forensics come and tested the blood splatter and all of that
That's
sort of
the
stuff.
one.
Oh, okay. Is it an older couple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Yeah. I totally think he did it. Yeah. And also there was that one a few years ago, Making a Murderer.
Yes.
That was really great. But I love true crime.
Jeffrey Epstein one.
That one was disgusting.
What was it called?
Epstein Island or something, or Epstein something. That was...
Oh, not Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, I never watched that one.
Oh,
but the Epstein one was disgusing.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a whole saga in itself, that one.
Yeah, it's pretty
And old Andrew across the water. Prince Andrew.
And adrenochrome and child's trafficking, and it's we're very
but
sheltered.
I do like watching the true crime, I will say. But I think Air Your Dirty Laundry would be one that people would watch for sure.
Thanks, I would love
now,
that.
I would like to ask you some of my questions that I've put together. I'm going to flick through everything that we've already talked about. So at the moment, here we go. You're a love oracle, Belinda. So tell me what that is now. How can people find you and what can you offer them?
So what that actually means is I'm an intuitive love coach. So basically I utilize all of my experience as well as my qualifications. I'm an NLP practitioner.
NLP means?
Neuro-linguistic programming. Mm-hmm. I am a life coach, qualified life coach. I've studied counselling and I've lived it. Yeah. And that to me is the best experience of all.
100%.
And I combine that with my guided messages that I get, which took me a long time to accept. Yeah. I thought I was crazy or imagining things. But one real story happened to me. I was on the laptop and I was typing away and then all of a sudden IGTV just kept typing all over my laptop and I turned it off. And you didn't type that? Wasn't me. I was like, what the heck? Turned it off, turned it on, plugged, took everything out. IGTV everywhere. Even in the URL if I opened a browser.
And so, you were not dreaming this?
I was not dreaming
This is insane.
So I opened my phone and thought, IG Instagram TV. So I opened my phone and I went to Instagram and there's this follow from a woman who I knew died 3 years ago. She wanted me to coach her and her husband because they were having some difficulties, but she died. And I met her once at a seminar. I had a follow, messaged this account and said, who's managing this account. Didn't hear anything for about 4 days. Heard back from her husband. This is her widowed husband. I've only just reactivated this account today. I felt inspired or encouraged to activate it. And as soon as that happened, poof, I got a flood of messages. Knew nothing about this guy. And I said, she's telling me that you need to move on. The woman you're dating, she approves of. You're an incredible father, and she's so lucky that you, because they adopted their child, I found out, and she's so lucky to have you. She loves you, but you need to start moving forward and choosing yourself now. And he said, I have been asking for the last 6 months for these questions to be answered.
So you were like a gift.
And it blows my mind to this day. Things like that happen all the time now because I said, okay, this is real. Allow it. And
so you've got the gift as well. So you can coach and you can also guide people. So will they just go to your website?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I want to know how they can find you.
They can find me. So Belinda Love Official.
Yeah.
Any Instagram, social, Facebook, Belinda Love. I do a free call, which is the dating detox call. So you give me a call and we can detox your dating dramas.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so tell me, so they can find you online. That's easy to do for you because you're so, like I said, you're so active online and so vulnerable, and we all appreciate that.
Thanks.
So what about Belinda now? Where do you see yourself and how do you see yourself now? What's your racket right now?
I'm getting teary again. I've been working extremely hard on an identity shift because I was still stuck when I got chronic fatigue. I lost my identity. That was 4 years ago. It hit me. I was crawling to the toilet. I couldn't feed myself. I was sleeping 18 hours a day. Couldn't shower myself. I would get up, go to the couch to sit down, just to then go to the toilet, and I would just grab a square of chocolate and eat because it was just the only thing that I could eat. And then I'd just go to bed. And that was after The Bachelor. Remember I said it was the best and the worst?
Yeah.
Because in that moment, when I got eliminated, I was okay with being eliminated, but I wasn't okay with not reaching my goals and my expectations.
Yeah.
I had expectations. Should have had expectations.
You should have called me. I would have helped you told you just to ride the wave, Belle. Ride the wave.
Yeah.
And then get off it. You should have called me.
I was so stuck on it for so long. But the biggest thing that actually propelled me into my condition was I just wanted to be seen by my mum. I wanted to know that she validated, loved and saw me. And I put on a movie night for the first airing of the first episode. I had friends come and I invited my mum. My mum said, no, it's too late, too dark. I'm not driving out there. 20-minute drive. But she would also drive further to see my sister at the same time to take care of her.
So basically she said, I don't want to come.
Yeah. And shattered me. Didn't realise in the moment how much it broke me because I thought I've just given up my whole – and it's not her fault. It's my fault for like not acknowledging it sooner. I gave up my whole life, quit my job, had just bought my unit, moved in, waited 18 months to move in, lived on a boat whilst it was being built, moved in and then went off to The Bachelor 4 weeks after. Came back to no job. You can't see anybody because of you can't talk to anybody because of the NDAs. And just then I got a job in a bottle shop, and during that time it got robbed and I stopped the robbery, and one of my staff didn't turn up to work. She went missing for 2 weeks, found out that she was kidnapped after work, taken to Belinda and was held hostage for 2 weeks by her boyfriend. She nearly died.
Oh, my God.
She found me after and told me how incredible, like she really appreciated me as a boss. But that was so traumatic.
Yeah.
I think, what could I have done differently? Anyway, blame yourself a little bit. And then I just went through hell, and when she didn't turn up, that was it. I'm not seen. I've just been eliminated, and I just went into that spiral of I'm not worthy. Yeah. And just, I think partially my body said, just shut yourself out from the world.
Yeah.
Don't be
and
here
also,
anymore.
isn't it funny that you and I and anyone else would place so much on one person's decision, considering we have no control over anybody else. The only thing, and we can hardly even control ourselves. We try, but we have zero control over other people's behaviour and thoughts.
But and it was in that moment that life changed for me.
Yeah.
And so I've slowly like in the healing of that, not just the physical, but the emotional healing, because my sole purpose is to help people raise their vibration when it comes to especially love, because love is the doorway to authenticity, and authenticity is the highest frequency.
I love what you do. I think it's amazing to have someone like you able to connect with people and connect people with other people in the right way, you know, not the red flaggy kind of way, the green flaggy kind of way.
Like if people can come to me and I can give you all the tips and trades, rewrite your dating profile and do everything for you to find love, but it would be negligent to do that, because I'm only going to put you on the same pathway you've been on. I'm just going to fast track it.
You got to change it.
You have to wind it right back and look within. I decided I was a common denominator for these partners and there's toxicity in my relationships. So I had to break and go, I'm the reason this is happening. What do I need to shift? My beliefs about myself, my beliefs about men, my beliefs about dating, all of those things, rewire them all. And it's not easy. You can't do it on your own.
It's hard work.
Never have done it. But bloody hell am I so glad that I put myself through the pain of facing the demons.
Yeah.
Because now
changing the life path. So any listeners, if you are looking for a life change or if you are looking for love and you haven't found the right person, I would recommend you reach out. I'd reach out to Belinda Love because this is what she does.
Thank you.
She lives it and breathes it. Now, I've got 3 more questions for you. They're
only 3?
Only 3. Only 3. Number 1.
Okay.
This one is not written down. I'm just thinking of it now.
Yes.
Read me quickly. Go.
Oh.
What's my vibration?
Oh, your vibration is incredible. You are just an open book. Your heart is open. You welcome all people. You have no judgment. You're honest, which I love about you. You don't pussyfoot around, but you also with love. You glow, you radiate. Self-doubt. We did talk about that, where you're not,
That's
you're not an
sneaky
imposter.
little shit right there. Yep, self-doubt.
You're not an imposter. This podcast is incredible. Okay? I don't know if there's anything coming up for you around that. They're saying stick with it. Keep like it's about consistency and quality. Yeah? And you are hitting the right people, because I've watched Adrian Schrinner came on.
Yes.
My gosh, you asked some incredible questions.
Did I?
You, like, your energy to sit here. I've done many podcasts and I've done live TV, breakfast TV, radio, and your energy is insatiable. Is it? Like, I just feel so comfortable and at home and at ease with you. You could just get anything out of me. Probably you could get my bra size out of me.
What's your bra size?
I don't even know at the moment. I need to, hello, darling. I have to get that checked because I've put weight, gain weight, lose weight all the time.
Oh, don't we do that?
Yeah.
Constantly?
But just it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
And this is incredible. The conversations you're having are not just interesting, but they're moving.
And this is what I want. I want a real person and I want their real story. I want authenticity. I don't want fluff. I just don't want it.
Yeah. No, me either. I don't like I would prefer you to say something honest that might hurt me than to lie to my face just so that I'm not offended. Yeah. That offends me more. I just want to know where I stand with you. And this is for the people pleasers out there.
Yeah.
The only person that you're trying to please is yourself by people pleasing.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is you're trying to be accepted, but you're actually doing yourself a disservice because you're people pleasing everyone to be liked, but you're actually wasting your time. Mm-hmm. Which brings me to my Nutella theory.
Ooh.
My Nutella theory. How many people on the planet do you think love Nutella, like on a percentage basis?
I'm going to say 80%.
Yeah, I thought 90.
90? 90.
Good answer.
There's the palm oil people, so I'm going to go 80.
Yeah.
I'm dropping 10% for them.
So funny because I say that like the palm oil people, the people who are allergic to nuts, the people who prefer Vegemite, the people who don't like sugar. We did the math. 4.5% of people love Nutella on the planet.
What?
Only 4, because not everywhere in the world gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And most people are repeat buyers.
Yeah.
But if you go to the shops, there's like so many shelves and there's like copy versions and healthy versions. But does it ever change its flavour to make the other 96% of people happy on the planet?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And it sells like hotcakes.
There's nothing hazelnut spread could do to make people who do not like hazelnut spread like them.
So it just stays in its lane.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying you are loved by many and not by all, and that's perfectly okay.
I love that analogy.
Thank you.
Do you know I'm into Biscoff now?
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've been putting that on my toast by sourdough. Right. Now, Belinda Love, this is the question that I ask all of my guests at the end of an episode.
Okay, I'm excited.
Belinda Love, have you seen a ghost or a UFO?
Yes and yes.
Oh, stop it. Oh, my gosh, you're the first that's seen both.
I cannot confirm the UFO, but I remember.
Okay, tell me about the UFO first.
Yes. When I was a kid, we're in Cairns and we're sitting by the pool and we're looking up and there was 3 lights like that and there was circling.
So Belinda's doing a triangle with her fingers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so 3?
3 lights. Like imagine a triangle, but there's 3. Yeah. And they were circling around each other for a very long time. It wasn't a sat.
This is before drones.
Before drones.
Okay.
I was, probably 13
Okay.
at the time.
Yeah.
And we were fixated, my stepsisters and brother.
So other people saw it too?
Yes. We were fixated on this thing and it was not a satellite.
So you think there's UFOs around?
I do
Yeah.
believe so.
I look for them all the time, never seen one. You're the third person that's seen a UFO on this podcast.
Well, I definitely know I was unidentified.
All right.
So-
And then ghost?
I've seen many. I've actually seen, I woke up and this was, I think, my guide. I woke up one morning when I was very sick with CFS. It was 4 in the morning, so it was like usually pitch black around that time. And I wake up and there at my door, the whole room was bright white, so lit up. You thought it was daylight, midday. I looked at the door and there was this ball of light about that big and they had red around it and it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and it was forming a face. And I got scared. I went, oh, my gosh. And as soon as it saw my fear, it went and went down again and disappeared. And it said, you're not ready yet. That was when I started.
Opening the door.
Yeah. And they said, you're not ready yet.
Because you freaked out.
I freaked out. It was a mini test. And I haven't seen that since.
Yeah.
I've seen other things.
Yeah. So I haven't seen a ghost or a UFO, but I'm so intrigued by both of them and I would love to see both of them.
Just speak to your guides and say,
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm mostly clairaudient and clairsentient, which means clairaudient is here. And I see with my third eye, in my mind's eye. So
No, you are incredible.
I see auras too. Your aura is white at the moment.
And what does that mean?
It's purity. It's connected to spirit. Yeah, which is perfect for what you're wanting at the moment. Yeah. So, and it actually got whiter through this last conversation.
Oh, wow. It is so lovely to see you again. I hope it's not 9 more years.
Yeah, me. I hope so too. Yeah, you ever moving to the coast?
No. You ever moving to Brisbane?
Moving back.
He likes the coast.
We might move to Byron.
Byron's nice.
Or Bali.
Bali's nice too. Thank you so much, Belinda. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast. It is a pleasure to have you. And I really wanted to put to bed in my head some of the, I think, rubbish that I read online, like in the Daily Mail, like things like that. And I just wanted to hear you and I wanted to see that you were happy and I can visualize you right now. You're such a happy person.
Thank
and
you.
I just love your energy. Always did.
Thank you.
And I will say, you're the only girl I've ever asked out for a coffee that I didn't know.
That's so
When I met
special
you,
to me. Yeah.
I've never met somebody and gone, just randomly, you want to go for a coffee? And I did that with you.
I actually, I think I remember saying I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
didn't, I was a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just met you and instantly loved you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're incredible.
So are you.
Keep going with this.
Thank you. And you keep going with your love coaching.
Yeah, thank you.
Oracle.
Yeah. Thank
you,
you.
Belle.
So much love.